First of all, I think Rena, and you could disagree, I think Rena this season is more hated than Erika last season, which I never thought I would utter those words. Maybe equal, but I don't know. It feels like it's more. You think it's equal?
I think it's a different kind of hate. I think where with Rena, they hate her personality for the way she acts and for what? I mean, for what? Erika, I think it was more of disgust of like the kind of human being that she is, that allows these things and doesn't have the empathy and seems so selfish and narcissistic and all these things. I think it's a different kind of disdain for the two of them. That's me personally.
It just seems like Erika was on a look at people have softened this season on Erika. She didn't get booed at BravoCon. There were times she was speaking that people were cheering.
You know, I think it's, you can only kick a, dog so much when it's down, and she's not trying to say, that she's Mother Teresa, but yeah, Rena really did Erika big favors this season, honestly.
She did.
Yeah.
She did. I mean, well, that's where it goes back to like, did you two catch this plan yourself against Kathy to get the heat off Erika, which I think Rena went a little too far. And by the way, I mean, look, I am not saying the loss of a parent is easy. Like you said before, we've all lost. It's like, yes, we all grieve differently. Sure. It's not really an excuse for an extended period of time to be a total asshole to everybody. It's just not.
I mean, I think that she definitely is, I know she was close with her mom and all those things, but it's not, her mom was in her 90s, this is something that I think that when your parents start going downhill and you see them aging and once they get over a certain age, anything can happen. And you can't say, oh gosh, they've died so young. This was a beautiful life. She celebrated all of that. I think that, no, I don't buy that she's lost her mind because she's suffering the loss of her mom. I think she just really wanted to go in hard this season, and she really wanted it to be about her. And I think she wanted to earn her paycheck. And I think that maybe she miscalculated the audience and thought that, people would, not hate her behavior as much as they do. Maybe she just didn't think, maybe she has enough people around her that are yesing her and telling her how great she is, that she really thinks that she can skate by and that everyone will come back around like they did after the Denise thing, because that was disgusting. The Denise thing, what she did to her was really freaking bad. She was a better friend to Denise Richards than to Kathy Hilton. They knew each other socially. It's two different groups. You know what I mean? It's not, they don't run together. It's two different groups, but like I said, it's not a big pond up there. So they would run into each other here and there, and it's like, kiss, kiss, but they're not buddies like she probably was at times with Denise. And to do what she did to Denise, not knowing if Denise's husband was going to be cool with that's shitty.
I agree with all that. That to me was like that was who you were bestest of friends with out of all these people that you're your roadkill. And the thing is, look, other franchises do this. There are things I know about Jersey that are now just coming out, that have come out like years later, because it's this unwritten, like, we can't bring that up on camera. It's so real world, right? Like something came out on Jersey last season about someone's husband that had an affair. I knew that for like 4 years before it came to the TV. I knew it from knowing some of the Jersey Housewives, and they specifically were like, we're not going to bring this up. And then it always comes out, Kathryn, of course, but like, right.
See, I think that's bad. I mean, and granted, you go on the show knowing that whatever, skeleton you have buried could come to the surface. But I mean, a cheating husband, you're probably talking about the Jennifer girl with the plastic husband, right? I mean, that's just something that you have to assume is going to come up sooner or later when you make a big enough enemy on the show. But yeah, to me, the thing with Denise and the Brandy thing, I don't know. That's just, and maybe they weren't really that good of friends. You know, maybe Denise and Rena weren't that good of friends. And Rena, that's another one where she can just throw, you know, the kindling on the fire and make, you know, burn a bigger flame, and she doesn't care. Obviously, she doesn't care. She doesn't care if she burned the bridges with all of those women.
I mean, from where I'm sitting, I think she gets off on it. I took out Denise fucking Richards. I took out Kath. I mean, where do you go after Denise Richards? Who's bigger in the world? I mean, not Housewives, guys, because everyone's like, oh, Denise. But like Denise Richards is like a legend. She's a Bond girl. Like she's like, I mean, Kathy
Not in
Hilton.
LA. Not in LA. No.
She's just a B-list actress.
No, I'm not saying that. I think, but I mean, no, she's just, it's not like she didn't take out, you know, Jennifer Lawrence or Angelina Jolie or, you know.
Well, now she took out Kathy Hilton. I mean, she's not out, but
this is that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is a different level of character as far as like the circles and all that. Yeah.
I think she gets off on it though. I think that this is like, when you talked about the soap actress, I mean, that's the thing. Like when she's sitting there, the scene for me that just, I mean, there's a lot, but that scene in Kyle's house where she was just like, oh, Kathy, you're so bad. I'm like, there's a way to do like
you have a black heart.
You have a black heart. Like you're just being cruel now to me.
Oh.
That's the way that I took it. Like I felt real emotion between Kyle and Kathy before Rena got there. Like I can't even believe this is being filmed. Now, yes, it was edited a certain way to have it be extra quiet. Like I understand the effects, but it was really like, this is real to me. To me, it was so real. And then Rena's there. We're like, oh, Kathy.
Yeah.
Like, this is just, you don't need
You need to ask yourself, why do you have such a black heart? I mean, I was, what is she saying?
And then you look at Kathy, like she's Kathy Hilton, sure. But, you know, you're like, this woman is really like on the verge of tears over you. I mean, she also, I think, wants to jump across the room and strangle you. But like, it's just, this is cruel. Like, you don't need to go here. That's how I took it.
Well, I think for when I watched that, because I remember you texted me and you said that it's just like they were having a real sister moment, and then she comes in. I really felt like, I agreed with you. Kathy was being so real when she apologized, and she was so earnest and sincere in what she was saying. And Rena just was not going to let it go. Like this was her moment. She just had to drive it home, and she fell on her face with it. That's the perfect example when someone apologized.